everyone, it's Katie, and today's video is going to be how I edit my photos on VSCO. VSCO has become a very popular app for photo editing and uploading. You've probably heard of the term like VSCO girl, or you've seen VSCO Instagram themed accounts. I've seen a ton of those, and a lot of YouTubers and people in general just use VSCO to edit their photos and upload them. Today I'm going to show you the steps that I go through to edit my photos and kind of my theme on Instagram. I don't really have a theme. It's very messy. I really should get better at it. But I just kind of want to show you how I edit different types of photos, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the VSCO app, and if you guys want to follow me, it's KatieAnn3, very original. So I picked a couple of photos to edit with you guys. The first one is me at a park, and here's me. My favorite filters are A4, A5, C1, HB1, HB2, and sometimes K1. I don't really use that filter. I just kind of stick with the basic ones that I like. So for this one, I want it to be more vibrant. So C1, but I feel like C1 at plus 12 is very, it's like too saturated and it looks fake. So I like to go to like 4.5. That's about enough saturation as I want. I like to turn the exposure up a little bit, the contrast down a teeny tiny bit, sharpen the image a bit just so like the lines are a little bit clearer. Saturation I usually do to like 0.4. It's different than the C1 filter, I feel, because it just like makes the colors different in different places. I like to use the highlight a lot, so I'm going to turn the highlight up a little bit. I don't really touch shadow that much unless there's a really big shadow that I want to get rid of, but I don't really mess with that. Tone, I kind of like a blue like temperature of my picture. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. And then skin tone, I don't need to mess with that for this one because my skin tone is pretty much the same, but if you hold on this picture you can tell the difference. This is just a lot brighter. It has more colors and more vibrant, but it doesn't look so vibrant that it looks fake. Then we're going to go onto the one with me and my friend. And this one I feel is too like orange and too, I don't know what kind of color, but I really want to put this HB1 filter on, and I just put that to 2.2, and then I'm going to turn the exposure down a little bit and turn the contrast up. And so now it looks a little less, I don't want to say like lame, but like orangey, like peachy tone. And then, and then I'm going to turn the saturation up a little bit. And then since our skin tone looks a little orange, I'm going to turn the skin tone. I'm just going to kind of mess with it. So I'm going to go at 1.8. And then I like to use split tone. I like the blue tone a lot, so I like to do shadows, and then highlight tint I don't mess with. And so I kind of just play around with it. As you can tell, now this photo has more of like a blue tint, so if you hold it, you can see the change, that our jeans are a little bluer. There's more of a blue like shadow type thing, so that one's all good. Then we're going to move on to a picture of me with a puppy dog, of course. And this photo has a lot of shadows and it's very bright on my face, as you can see. Sorry, I just zoomed in on my face. So I don't really know which, I think I'm going to go with A5. And it kind of gives like a blue tone to the background, and you can already tell that there's a difference in the photo. I'm going to turn the exposure down a little bit. I don't know why it was already turned down. A little bit, and then the contrast up. And the contrast already, I guess I already started this edit. Saturation, I'm going to turn down a little bit because it is very saturated right now. And then tone, highlights, I guess, are up. I don't remember when I edited this photo, but I guess I did. And so now you can tell that my face used to be like really bright, and now it's a little darker, so it's not as like bam in your face sunshine. Skin tone is turned up to 0.9, now it's 0.1, or now it's 1.0. And then temperature is down at 3, so this is the difference in this one, and it's not a huge difference, but it's kind of like what I like. And then we'll do a couple more, so we'll do this one from Hawaii, and I'm going to use the filter, which filter should I use? Well, sometimes you don't even need a filter. But this one is a little too bright, so you turn down the brightness, up the contrast. The skin tone is fine, maybe the contrast just needs to go down. And the saturation it's pretty saturated already, so I'm not even going to turn it up that much. And sometimes I like to zoom in on my photos to get, because like I'm the main center focus of the photo, and so if you zoom in on yourself or whatever the main focus is, it'll be easier to edit around that, so you can tell that you're not changing as drastically, or you can tell what you need to fix about the center object. So skin tone, so then I can like see how my skin tone is actually changing. Like the blue tones. And so this one, since I took it with my DSLR camera, doesn't really need that much editing. And then the final photo I'm going to edit is the one from Italy, and it was taken on an iPhone. So I'm going to bump the contrast down, and I'm going to zoom in on myself again so I can see the changes that are happening. Exposure is going to go down a little bit. I'm going to use a little more saturation. Now, since the buildings are tan and like orangish, I want the skin tone to go a different way because they are going to look too like orange and make the photo look orange, and I don't like that. And then split tone, blue, of course, blue tone, temperature, blue, and so it just looks a bit different. You can see the way that I'm changing, just like the color of my dress and stuff like that. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you have a good day. Bye!